how do Global X achieve alpha in this increasingly competitive AI ETF market? And perhaps to kind of simplify that, particularly for the listeners as well, what is your main source of edge versus peers in the wider market, if you had to narrow it down to one thing?
I think, passive in thematic investing is critical. Like I said before, I think it's more important for investors to own the universe of companies rather than owning just a few selected bets. And I think passive investing in thematic investing is going to continue to be critical and perhaps more important than active strategies. But at the same time, that passive approach should be very robust. In most cases, trying to identify companies that do generate most of the revenue from a lot of the themes that you're looking for, right? So in this case, if it's artificial intelligence or robotics, funds that truly focus on those pure play companies.
Great. And question 2 then, I wonder if you're able to pinpoint to any consistent characteristics or fundamentals that are present amongst the AI businesses you invest in?
Yeah, well, as passive managers, we're not actively selecting companies, but, I believe that the best positioned companies are those that understand the long-term value creation opportunities, and that's something that you clearly can see in many earnings call companies like NVIDIA truly talking about the impact that they're going to see in their business within the next 5, 10, 15 years. I think that the companies and CEOs that truly understand the structural dynamics that are disrupting our world are definitely the companies that are going to be best positioned.
And for investors considering these funds and AI funds in general, what time horizon would you typically apply to your AI investments and why?
Yeah, we talk a lot about these, but when it comes to thematic investing, I think it's important to recognize that these are structural long-term investment trends, right? So we're talking about 10, 15 years long-term or time horizon. So timing becomes less important. And I think it's more important to really be invested, have the patience to see the results over the next 5, 10, 15 years. And I think we all understand the power that, for example, robotics and AI is going to have in our lives. So being positioned over the long term is going to be important instead of just trying to time the market and potentially select just a few companies to play out that theme.
Yeah, absolutely. And the final question of the Alpha Study section is, how do you approach sizing different AI themes and sub-themes and their potential long-term value?
Yeah, at Global X, we try not to potentially size different sub-themes or allocate a specific way to a lot of these sub-themes that we discussed today. So like I said before, for example, in the case of bots, we have those 4 different sub-themes. We're essentially allowing market dynamics to really dictate what sub-theme is going to have a higher allocation at a given point in time. So today, if you look at our bots portfolio, NVIDIA is definitely the largest holding, but that can fluctuate over time as the market continues to recognize other companies, other leaders in the space. So I think not having a specific weight when it comes to thematic investing is probably best for the long-term value creation opportunities.